We're dancing, James. We're dancing.
Is that what you called this?
Okay, we're jiving. We're having a tussle. No, a tussle is more of a...
We're wiggling.
We're wiggling.
We're wiggling. And today we are making coffee kisses?
Yes, that's what
Coffee
they're called.
kisses.
That's why I'm all amped up.
Coffee kisses.
Full of the
Coffee
energy
kisses.
of the coffee.
Coffee
kisses. Coffee kisses. Coffee kisses. Coffee kisses.
Alright, so this one again is we go back to the 200 Cakes and Bakes Hamlin All Colour Cookbook. We're back at this again.
This book is the book that keeps on giving.
Well, it's got 200 recipes and we've done nowhere near 200. So there's still time for it to give. Including today, we're doing coffee kisses. Kisses.
Kisses.
It makes 10, has a preparation time of 25 minutes plus chilling, cooking time of 8 to 10 minutes, and you will need 2 teaspoons of instant coffee, 1 teaspoon of boiling water, 75 grams of butter at room temperature, 50 grams of light muscovado sugar, and 125 grams of self-raising flour. For the
self-raising flour in a biscuit.
So it has a little bit of So otherwise it would just be like a flat.
But shortbread doesn't use self-raising.
Yeah, because shortbread is a...
But it's a chunkier biscuit.
Yeah, but you also make it chunky and it stays chunky. You're literally just baking it at that size.
Baking's weird. It's like a science. It's like chemistry.
Almost. So for the filling, you have 2 teaspoons of instant coffee. So you do 2 instant coffee, 2 teaspoons of boiling water, 50 grams of butter, and 100 grams of icing sugar sifted. So
I've got the scale.
Okay, well we've got all of the ingredients.
I want to wash my hands.
We need to dissolve the coffee. Can we make sure that we have plenty hot water?
Hot water.
Hot water, because water. Because we're going to dissolve. Oh, and I need to turn the light off. Don't want to be wasting electricity. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, marked M for mature. So we dissolve the coffee in the boiling water.
I burned my
Beat
hands.
the bugger and beat the butter and sugar.
I've got to beat the bugger.
Beat the butter and sugar
No, we
together.
got to beat the bugger until an inch of its life.
Beat the butter and sugar together in a mixing bowl
You're going to show us how to
until
make delicious
pale
cookies.
and creamy.
You're gonna
Add
beat the bugger.
the dissolved coffee, then gradually mix in the flour to make a soft, smooth dough.
Beat the bugger. Beat it to get a good dough. It's my dough. If you could bake your fate, would you?
Maybe?
If you could bake up a nice bit of fate.
Maybe. I'm gonna now join you in the washing hands phenomenon. You're quite close. You're uncomfortably close. It's uncomfortably close.
It's like that scene from that movie Ghost, except without the clay and with more weirdness.
Less sexual tension, I hope.
Yeah, loads less.
Like,
This is weird.
like, why? Why would you do this? Right. You're going to be in charge, sir, of the coffee. So,
Is that wise?
I mean...
I'm going to make a coffee in this video, you know it.
Right.
Look at the time, I'm going to make a coffee.
Okay, well...
Look at the time, I'm going to make a coffee.
No. No.
Yes.
No. Right. So I need to put the...
You need to dissolve this coffee in the boiling water.
Yeah,
that
well,
is literally the first thing.
Yeah, but you can be doing that while I am beating the butter and sugar together. And the butter...
Beat the bugger!
75 grams of butter.
You're not opposed to me using my mug.
No. As long as you don't sip it before I have It's Clen, I assume.
2 teaspoons of instant coffee, I'm assuming.
Something is wet on the floor because I have just stood in it and my feet are not happy.
You just washed your hands and probably draped water all over the floor.
Draped?
Draped.
Draped? Do you mean dripped?
Draped.
Alright, okay. I'll take a bit more. Looking for 75. Not quite. 73. Damn it. Still 73. Why you do this to me?
Why did you do this to me? Oh, it's going to be like a slag. It's going to be like a coffee slag.
Slag.
Well, no, you know, you get like a metal slag that's like it's molten, just bleh, it's like a goopy mess. That's what the coffee's going to be.
What are you doing?
It's asking for a teaspoon in 2 teaspoons of coffee. It's going to be a slag. It's going to be like a molten slag.
Yeah, well, because otherwise it would be far too
dilute.
Well, the mixture would then be far too call it? You know, runny.
Oh, this is no. No.
What?
No.
What? Have you measured everything properly?
I measured everything properly, but look, it's going to be just inside the cup. We might as well just do it directly in.
That's not what it says to do.
But I don't know how else you're going to do it, because it's going to be a slag.
That will pour.
Yeah, but you're going to get most of it on the cup.
Yeah, but that's fine, because it's only adding coffee flavour.
I'm scared, James. You're doing it wrong.
Right, we need to add the sugar next. Sugar.
Mrs. Wilson, the oncoming storm,
That is Mrs.
bought this
Wilson.
sugar deliberately for this.
Yeah, because I told her what we were doing. It's surprising how planning can allow people to prepare. By saying,
I'm not very good at planning.
you're not very good at making up dissolved coffee, but I don't call you out. I can't open up this bag without the risk of death.
Have you got weedy little arms?
No, it's just because they...
Have you got weedy little arms?
No, I've just got the scissors.
Oh. Mind over brawn, brain over matter. What?
Brain over platter. It's ended up slightly more butter, but I'm not taking 2 grams out. That is just silly. Right. We did 75 grams of butter, and then we do 50 grams of sugar.
This is actually the least sugar we've put in.
Yeah, but don't forget it has filling.
Oh, that's true. But the biscuit, if you didn't want a filling, the biscuit would be enough. Don't. Be gentle. Gentle.
There we go.
I'm half expecting you to go.
Always gentle.
Never.
Gonna use this area. Why is there a wet spot?
Because it was wet.
What was wet?
The tray.
Why was it wet?
Because it was dried up.
Oh.
It's beating the bugger.
Problem is,
You keep having this problem with softening.
well, you know why? It's because it says room temperature, and we don't prepare.
Until pale and creamy.
Like me.
No, you're pasty.
Pasty and creamy.
I wouldn't say you're creamy. You're pretty thick.
What? How dare you?
And by that I mean you're quite dense.
Oh. That's what I thought you were meaning, like my intelligence.
No, I'm talking about your physical makeup. You're quite dense. Compared to that.
Slap you with this sugary butter. and you will feel thy pain.
You've got weird little arms.
I haven't got weedy little arms. I'm having to break it up.
Couldn't even open a bag.
That was a disgrace, I admit, but it was out of my control.
I'll give you that. You made it too.
I was also worried about getting sugar everywhere, otherwise I would have really, you know...
You were like tearing a phone book in half, just stood there and been like...
This really isn't much sugar to go with the butter.
That's why it's going to be pale and creamy.
It's not going to be very creamy at all. It's too hard at the moment. Don't make that sound.
What sound?
It makes it imply there was something sexual.
No, it doesn't. You've now given it that connotation.
You already crossed that sea, sir. Imagine if we prepared for these videos.
I like that it's not scripted though.
It takes twice as long and 4 times more difficult.
Yeah, but we could sit there and we could come up with like a script and all these hilarious slapstick, but ultimately being a complete idiot in front of the camera is what 99% of the fun is.
Mm-hmm.
Plus we get goods out of it.
Goods.
Baked goods.
Baked goods. Prohibited baked goods.
You wouldn't be saying that. You can't be saying that. They're not prohibited. No one in the history of the planet is going to be like, baked goods are prohibited.
I'm
under
sure it's happened
subsection
somewhere.
22.
It's probably happened somewhere.
You're right. You're probably right.
The Great Cake
The
Crisis.
Great Cake Ban of 1812. The Queen has a cake allergy. You may not bake cake. If we find you with the ingredients to bake cake, you'll be an accessory.
So flour or sugar or eggs. That doesn't seem like a very sound way of determining...
Silence! That's what a baker would say.
I'm getting there. Just takes its time, you know. Top tip, warm your butter. Warm thy butter.
Is it pale and creamy? I think the sugar you've got is going to stop it from being pale.
No, it's pale, it's not.
I mean, you're doing a really good job creaming. What?
Sir, control thyself.
I'm not wrong.
There's going to be so many comments like, you're wrong.
Fine then. Be that way. I thought you were creaming very well.
Thank you. This is going to be a very dry log.
God damn it.
There's a fly, can you kill it?
Where is it?
That's not... It's right there. It's there, Graham, I'm following it. GoPro with a fly. That's what people buy GoPros for. Not extreme sports.
For swatting fly.
Just following flies.
It's a fly. We're on a fly adventure. We're on a fly adventure. Making sure it doesn't get into the big goods. But if it did, that wouldn't be a problem because of the excess protein. Excess protein. James is screaming. He's screaming really good. He's screaming all over the hood. He's screaming. He's screaming. He's screaming. Creamer man, creamer
Do you want
man.
to finish that off, or I'll just read the next bit?
Creamer man can he cream?
So it says to add the dissolved coffee, then gradually mix in the flour.
Probably add slightly more water and you'll be able to get it all out.
And persevere. I would say that's probably enough anyway, because you're just adding it for flavour, you're not adding it for anything else. What have you put in my cake batter, sir?
Nothing untoward.
Right, next thing. So you beat the butter and sugar together, which was 75 grams of butter and 50 grams of the sugar. You now add 125 grams of self-raising flour. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do that into a bowl. But as I say, it's going to be a very dry log. Just check. 125 grams of self-raising flour. Boop. Fuck. It's going so well. It's certainly looking more of the right colour. Look at that.
Looks like something else. Like cement. Oh.
There appears to be some there and there.
Well, using that spoon is getting me nowhere.
It's not a mode of transport, Graham. Flour is done, and it says gradually to add it. I don't know why you gradually add it, but I'm assuming it's just to make it chill for 15 minutes. Cool. You gonna add for me?
Do you want to sieve it?
I mean, the sieve's there, isn't it? So if you want to, that's...
Said to add gradually, so if I give you a little bit at a time.
Mm-hmm. Flour me, sir. Just say we've got about half left, a little bit more.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more.
Because I think what you're doing is you're trying to make it as not sticky as possible with the flour.
I don't think that's why you add flour, but yeah.
Well, no, I'm just saying because you roll it into a log is the next thing.
Why are you touching my sieve, Tim?
to sieve what you would do.
Wouldn't it be better if you said to sieve if you do anything?
Probably.
I still find it amazing that flour is highly flammable.
Should have told me that before doing it on top of a cooker. I mean, what's like the exploding point of flour? Like, what temperature do you need to get it to?
It's more when there's like a concentration in the air.
I suppose it's like a kindling of sorts, isn't it?
Well, it's essentially
it's like fibrous.
Well, flour, right? Flour is ground wheat.
Graham's going to drop some knowledge.
Well, flour's ground wheat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And wheat, as a plant, it contains sugars, carbohydrates, things like that. I imagine a lot of it's quite starchy. So when you turn it into a powder, you essentially make a very concentrated sugar, almost.
Like fat.
Like it's like a
Stored energy.
because it's starch, right? Which is stored energy.
Yeah.
It's a more complex sugar. Glucose is a more simple sugar, but starch, that's the big boy. That's in your Weetabix, not your Frosties. Although I could be wrong there.
Just like advertising Weetabix. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Sponsor a
Listen, I'm just saying, no, I won't be sponsored by fucking Frosty.
Weetabix.
Oh, yeah, I'll be sponsored by Weetabix. Have you had your Weetabix? And it's like someone like bench pressing a mountain. Just like, yay.
Maybe. What's it to you? Mind your own damn bees.
I'm just a demigod. You're welcome.
I think I've like caught all of it.
Yeah. I think the flour really helps bind it.
And then the darkness binds
The flower's not the One Ring. Frodo did not walk across all of Middle-earth to start, we've got to protect the flower from Saruman.
from Sarrow Yeast.
Sarrow yeast has come. And the orcs just like mouldy cookies. Because they get like baked.
It's very crumbly.
Well, that's because you're going to roll it into a log with your hands.
Oh.
So shake the dough into a log, then chill for 15
Can you get out some could you get out some, what's the name please? Baking paper. Something that I can roll it, like put it on.
Oh yeah, I think it's baking parchment.
Calm thyself.
I just grab
Just kicking bottles in his man slippers. His man slips.
I'm not wearing socks.
Oh! Well, isn't he a fancy
I
potato?
don't know where it is.
You know where it is. It's in a roll.
I found it, but it's not been open.
It's not the one, sir. That's not the
It
one.
is baking
Can you just
parchment.
move out the way? You're taking so much time.
No. Fine.
Let's see if I can find a different one that's already open. Fuck it, we'll use that one in it. If the other one's in there, I don't see it. I think the log shape is just there to allow you to cut it easily, yeah. That's a sharp bit, there's normally a sharp bit. Lied to me.
Like a glove.
What? No, a bit of baking paper.
Do you want some flour on it?
No, because I don't think I'm going to use my hand to like get all of the. It's not particularly sticky, so.
Okay, cool. It's just the creaminess. What?
Could you?
You did a good job.
That's going to need washing up. We both did, Graham. We both did. I feel like it might need just a touch of water, but I'm going to persevere. I will persevere.
Shall persevere. He's gonna persevere, he's gonna make that piece of dough into a deer. He's gonna be very good at shaping it into the shape of a deer.
I think you're expecting far too much.
You didn't make a lot of dough if you're making a deer. Which bit of the deer are you making today?
It's log.
Oh.
It's a poop.
I don't like the sounds it's making.
Right, would you mind lifting the bowl?
Look at him making a log. Look at him rolling a log. He's got a lot of log experience. He's
Yeah,
got a lot
sure.
of log experience.
I've been on this planet for...
You'll make the log that is... Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I reckon I've got it about the right sort of length.
Are you going to wrap your log up before you put it in the fridge?
Of course, sir. Of course. I'm gonna just... Don't need that bit.
You've got a really misshapen log.
What do you want from me?
I'd say if I wanted a proper log, I'm barking up the wrong tree. I should probably leave you alone. But would you believe it? I've got
That's
loads of
log-ish, right?
I mean, yeah, if logs look like Tetris blocks.
Or poop.
Who has ever pooped that? Leave a comment.
Like and subscribe. Right, this has got to chill for 15 minutes. Clear a path.
I think you should just put it where I'm gonna move the eggs from. Yeah, if you put it where the eggs are. How long does rotating wheel.
15 minutes. So just leave the eggs out. Right. You're all breaking stuff today.
That was a spoon!
Yeah.
That wasn't me.
No, but you were clearly causing the ghosts to be angry. Right, that went in 54, so it's going to come out at 9.
Oh, it's like the opposite of when we put it in the oven. Except thinking it's cold.
Yeah.
Cold.
This is the first time that we've actually had to chill something in the fridge.
Yeah.
Right. We will see you in 15 minutes to cut up our log to make delicious biscuits.
This is my cold shimmy.
Okay. Bye. Look at the man. He's getting kitchen roll. Oh, what's he going to do with the kitchen roll? He's cleaning up milk. Cleaning up the milk from the Game Boy mug.
This isn't for baking.
No, it is for delicious. What? What are you doing? Why are you doing that? No, you kill it, Graham. You kill the milk. Only cold milk is delicious. Warm milk is ugh. 2 minutes. 2 minutes too long. Do it for minute half. See. Check.
Pull
Right.
up your damn log.
Right. I present you thy log.
Does it feel cold?
Feels like a log.
Ah,
I've wielded many a log in my time. It's no soap. I am an immature child.
You disappoint me.
You point me. You don't disappoint me. But you don't. Graham, you're causing issues. Do you want to like snip snip? Or that's gonna like...
Yeah, we can snip snip. I was folding it so you could put stuff on it without it rolling up.
Graham is exasperated. Exasperated. Oh shit.
You make a miss. Oh my!
Please! Please! No! Graham's like not even concentrating on the baking.
No, because I want my coffee.
He wants his coffee, ladies and gentlemen. Baking is not as important to him as we once thought.
Ow. Ooh.
Graham pokes finger into potentially hot object, finds out it's hot. News at 5.
Listen, the cup said warm, but I wanted to know.
The cup said, woo! I say, ooh, ouchie.
Watching mama.
Really dislike... Why haven't oven manufacturers and makers of parchment paper come up with a standard size of tray and of paper sheet? It could be perforated and it would be ready to go. But no, they let us fumble through the darkness. Yeah, Graham has no words. He's on the side of them. I knew it all along.
Why would you perforate it? They're the same size. You just make a box with the sheets in.
Or you could just perforate it so you don't actually have to cut it. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
What's that little thing?
17, 19,
17,
20. Right, I was slightly off.
You were quite off.
So what I'm thinking is we just do some extra biscuits, or see if some are really small and add to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So the Earth is round.
Okay.
Like
They do not roll very well.
Well, no, because I'm sure they do. You just don't have the technique. Let me rinse my hands.
It's quite dry.
Oh, quite dry. Maybe if you weren't such a dry, humid man.
Ooh.
Let me get in on this. Thinks I'm not helping.
But you're not.
I made coffee. Now I'm here to help.
Those are sort of the same size.
Oh no, you're right.
He didn't trust me. It's all about the technique, he said.
So crumbly.
Sucumble.
Crumbly. All it's going to take is add a little bit of temperature and these will become little biscuit.
Yeah. So what you could do, in essence, I believe, is these middle bits are going to be much bigger. What I was going to say was that in essence you could put this in the fridge and like save it until you're ready to
do it?
bake, like just before. But my feeling is you're better actually just finishing the biscuit.
This reminds me of like cutting chunks of fudge.
How often have you cut chunks of fudge in your life?
Or like when you sit, so when you go to the fancy fudge shops,
Oh.
they have the little long things of fudge.
They have fudge and knives. It's like Play-Doh.
More crumbly than Prado.
Prado?
Prado.
Prado.
Do you Prado?
So the next step is to crush them a little bit with a fork.
A little bit. Oh.
Doggy is like, yes.
Doggy is that.
Could you mind?
Could I mind? Yes. Do I mind? No. Do you mind? Do you mind?
No. So we have got 20-ish dough balls, I believe.
Do you like ordering dough
1,
balls
2,
from
3,
like
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Actually, I'd say
11,
dough balls
12,
from
13,
Domino's and
14,
stuff are a bit
15,
too.
18, 19, 20, yeah. What, sorry?
Dough balls from Domino's are a bit dry.
A bit shit, really. It's just like filling yourself up on bread. It's such a cheap,
It makes you fat.
but it's such a cheap thing for them to sell.
Yeah, because it's just the dough.
It's just dough with like one filling in it.
It's dough and sauce, isn't it?
And some are just dough.
Oh no, I think some of them are just dough. Like,
Yeah.
It's literally just a dough ball.
Yeah, and some have like pepperoni and some have cheese.
Then you can get like a garlic bread.
So what we do now is we crush them.
With a fork.
Yeah.
You want 2 flavors.
Yes, you will want 2 trays. It says 2 trays. And that is what we will use. I'm gonna rinse my handy
Look at that
pair.
coffee. Oh.
Yeah. Why did you do it the way that you did?
Because I wanted a latte,
Oh,
which is like 90% milk.
I thought a latte is like 50-50. Or is that just...
The lattes are a milky coffee. It doesn't matter. Yeah. In the air,
I'm gonna get copyright strike for that.
no, because it was less than 5 seconds.
And it was also a terrible rendition. Right, so next thing is these go into the oven for 8 to 10 minutes after being pleasantly crushed by a fork.
Just don't fork it up.
Do we need this knife anymore? Bye, 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 bye. This is like when we did the what's the name?
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Peppermint crumbs.
Oh yeah, crush it and then squish it back in again.
Can you get off my case, please?
No.
Why would you be so mean?
Because I'm here to sip coffee and be an ass.
Okay, you do that. Oh shit. It only says slightly. It's such a non-specific. Doesn't give you a photo.
I will agree with you. You keep bringing it up, and I keep trying to think: is there a fault with his logic? And it's like, no. When you do baking, it seems that 90% of the terms you get given
are non-specific.
Are non-specific and also can mean like 5 different things. Like crush slightly for one person, like Arnold Schwarzenegger is going to crush it to within an inch of its life. He's going to be like, hello, hi, I'm here,
And the
I'm going to terminate it.
biscuit's going to be like, ah!
Get squeezed.
Squeezed. I don't know how even we've made these, but
It's really nice coffee.
you would say that though, wouldn't you? You made it. You went out into the field and grabbed some
No, I didn't.
beans.
I wouldn't ever. What's the word? Take. What's the word now? Credit for the hard job that someone else did. I did not pick the beans for this. I did not come up with how to make them instant. I didn't put them on the shelf. Or sometimes
I believe all they do is grind it up and dry it, well, like freeze dry it. I believe.
Is that so?
Possibly.
Sounds
I'm
bit
not a
like
magician.
James doesn't know.
I'm not a magician. Don't like that one, but...
I'm really interested to see how this turns out.
Right, so we're going to whack these in. I think give them 10 minutes. We've gone at 170 because it says 180 and we have a fan oven. We might also have to swap them around because our shelves in this oven are very far apart. So we will see what we can do. Is it still recording, Graham?
Blinky lights on.
Oh, good. I was worried. I had a panic. Right, here we go. 26, so it'll come out 36.
In the meantime,
we have prepared the butter and sugar and the coffee, which we will all cram together. So it basically says that you that's a completely different recipe. That was confusing. You make the filling. So basically they go in for 8 to 10 minutes until brown, leave the biscuits to cool for 5 minutes and transfer to a wire rack to cool completely. While that's happening, which is now, we're making the filling. So we're dissolving the coffee in the boiling water, which Ham is going to do directly into the bowl. So this one hammers 2 teaspoons.
Yes, I'm aware.
So we're going to do that, and then we're going to beat the butter and icing sugar together, then stir in the dissolved coffee until smooth and fluffy. Well, I don't see any reason why you can't do the coffee at the same time as the butter and the sugar, because it's all going to get mixed together anyway. Good job. Right. Then we take this. And that's all in my bag. And your jumper.
God fucking damn it.
Oops.
That's all over your bag, not my jumper.
Oh well. I just have some extra sugar with me wherever I go.
It should soften up a little bit quicker because we've got. We've got boiling water in there, but that boiling water probably cooled as soon as it hit.
Yeah. Just want to get this all mixed together.
He just wants to mix it up. He wants to cream it. James is the master of cream. He's capable of creaming. Icing, sugar and butter together into a delightful paste. I didn't mean it in any other way except the bakery way.
Getting there.
It's pretty creamy.
Just gotta make sure I get rid of all the butter.
You gotta make sure all the lumps are gone now.
I'm guessing this is a variation on butter icing. Because it is literally just butter and sugar. They keep for 2 days, by the way. Apparently. I think I would say that's done, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you might well get like a teaspoon because we're going to be using it to apply it. Just scrape off the back.
Graham with the solid tip.
Top tip, the teaspoon is your greatest baking utensil.
After an oven. Because you need an oven. Actually, do you need an oven?
No, because you could use a fire.
Like a primeval man.
Just get a big fire going.
Right, so
Stop.
Graham, these are coming out in 5 minutes. But I suggest we cut here and we come back when they're completely cooled and we're able to sandwich them and taste test.
I'll be turning them around and swapping them. Because you might as well do that.
Do that now. And we can also get a glimpse.
I reckon they're too chunky. Oh no, they're flattening out. Do we want to spin them?
No. No. Yeah, we probably didn't crush them as much as we should have.
I don't mind a big old mouthful.
Chunky biscuit.
Chunky biscuit.
Just something to learn for future.
Slightly means to basically press them flat.
Apparently so. Right, well guys, we're going to see you in about, I guess, 10 to 15 minutes from now, because they'll come out the oven in, well, now probably another like 5 minutes, yeah?
Yeah.
So another 5 minutes.
In the meantime, we'll probably just wash up.
Oh my. And we'll see you guys when we're ready to sandwich them. We should be good at that part.
We should be.
Should be. We're not going to be.
Toodle for now.
Just wants to put it in his mouth. So, they didn't come out as dark as, well, as flat as they need to, or as dark. And we think the flat thing is because we didn't press them enough. The colour is because we don't think we added enough water/coffee.
Yeah. But it's all good.
It's all good.
Be a delicious biscuit. Do you want to try the biscuit by itself, or do you just want to dump straight in?
I think we've got to make it up to the proper sandwich and then do it.
You could do both.
I'm just thinking, how much do we do per biscuit?
Do you do a dollop? A plop?
Let's see how this goes.
Oh, that's fine. It's like a macaroon.
Yeah, sort of. Or custard cream.
Do you want me to help you, or do you think you'll find some solace? Some mindfulness?
Some solace.
That was the wrong way. You failed at baking. Your solace? Putting filling in the middle of dinky little biscuits.
Well, I think I've got the amounts sort of there now, so I'm happy to continue.
Okay, my eye's itchy, so you do that.
Yeah, they're going to be quite a thick biscuit.
Yeah, but
Oh,
you'll put
shit.
it in your mouth and you'll be like, oh.
Fucking hell, that tastes like chocolate and sugar. Not sugar, coffee and sugar.
But it should, because that's what it is.
But like really strong. So if the biscuit tastes like coffee as well.
It's going to be a coffee punch to the kidneys.
Coffee sensation that's sweeping the nation.
The coffee sensation that's sweeping the nation.
See, I think in the picture they actually have more.
Yeah, they've got like a
this.
massive...
But I think sometimes less is more.
Such a deep, profound...
Like, because it otherwise. Oh.
You've lost your spoon.
They look good though. I think they're.
It's alright.
Oh. Oh, that's very sanitary. Can you stop kicking the bottle, damn it? Ah! He's in open defiance.
Of you? Yes.
That is. There was a slight disparity in the size of those biscuits. See, that I would say is almost.
Yeah, that's sort of... You know, that's... biscuity. I bless this biscuit. It is biscuity.
I should point out these are only going to be eaten by family members that live here, so.
So, someone did a delightful spin, a D&D spin on lemon bars called Lumi bars. I'm trying to remember their TikTok.
Wait, they did it for us, or?
No, not for us. They just did it for their TikTok.
Oh.
And I'm trying to remember. It's quite a popular TikTok.
Yeah, because we're going to have quite a lot of this left over.
Do you want to just go hell for leather on the last ones?
I'll just add a little bit extra.
Doesn't make a lot.
No, but you could quite easily double the mixture. But you would have to do several You could make the cream
In bulk.
in bulk. Yeah, slight disparity with that one as well.
Well, that's it. They're done. They're made.
But they're done. Yeah.
Which one do you want?
I want to try this one. It definitely tastes like coffee. The only thing is, I feel like the biscuit part is very dry. Hmm? Hmm? Okay. Hmm.
So. It might be that they're overbaked.
Just a little bit.
But also it was a dry mixture. There's no egg, there's no milk, there's nothing. It's just a little bit of hot water.
So, do you think next time we need to make the mixture slightly more wet?
I would suggest adding maybe a couple of teaspoons of milk.
Maybe. Mm-hmm. I should like them. They should taste good. There's a slight. It's just that like aftertaste, and something slightly dry. But not bad. Not bad.
Hmm.
Mm. Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm. Right, we're going to be putting these away. However I want. No one will be licking this or eating this at all. No. Right. We will see you next week. What for? We haven't picked anything. We'll find out. I think it'll have to be a cake again.
Yeah, happy cake.
Okay. Right, well we will see you, the faithful viewer.
Next time.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. Bye!
Don't get eaten by bears.
I'll try not to.